The soft life is not shopping, matchas, Pilates, and aesthetically pleasing brunch reservations. And I think social media has confused us about what softness actually is. Because softness is not an aesthetic, it's a nervous system experience. A lot of women are performing the soft life online while privately living in survival mode. They're still anxious, still emotionally overwhelmed, still chasing validation, and still attached to chaotic relationships. They're even mentally exhausted, and that is not softness. That's burnout with better lighting. Real softness is a peace of mind. It's waking up without immediately being anxious and emotional stability and not constantly feeling like life is happening to you. And honestly, some women think that soft life means looking rich online, but the real luxury is emotional peace. The real luxury is being able to rest without guilt, having healthy relationships, and walking away from things that disrupt your peace. Not having to operate from panic all of the time. Because some of you guys don't need another luxury bag. You need stability. You need emotional safety. You need a different mindset. And that is why I keep preaching that softness is not something you perform. It's something that you finally feel once survival is no longer your identity.
I hear what she's saying, and I agree. I agree with it on a practical level. I'll go even further and say softness is not something that you perform. It's not something that you finally have because you're not out here surviving. Softness is a peace, but I believe that peace comes from faith in Jesus, understanding of your purpose in this life and the life to come. And I think there's always somewhat there's somewhat of a survival type of approach to life. It comes in ebbs and flows through different challenges. Like, it doesn't have to necessarily have to be like financial survival. It could be like survival in terms of like keeping your family together. It could be like, what do I have to do? Or, you know, what's needed for us to be able to keep not just my family together, but to keep my mind healthy and wholesome. How do I see my fellow humankind in a world filled with chaos, in a world filled with, lack of trust and thieves and robbers and everybody trying to, rob Peter to pay Tom and just so much going on? How do I have peace and softness in my heart? And I think that's done through Jesus. She was saying you don't need another luxury bag. I agree. You don't need another luxury bag. You don't need another girls trip. You don't need another retail therapy session. You don't need another massage. You need, and those things can help. Like, don't get me wrong. There's therapeutic, benefits in those things. But the greatest peace, the greatest softness, stillness, and calmness comes from having Jesus in your life and understanding who he is, all he's done for you and I and all of the world. And I think not just women need that kind of softness, even men need that kind of softness and peace and assurance in their soul. Because when that assurance is in your soul, there's a way that you approach life. There's a way your heart moves and beats to good things, bad things, and different things that happen in your life. Like, there's just a difference.
As a woman, you're being lied to about the real soft life. The real soft life is not a man coming to save you. It's being able to take care of yourself and knowing that you're good no matter what. The real soft life is autonomy, which requires ownership and leverage. Because when you have your own skills, your own audience, your own business, your own investments, you're able to walk away from situations that no longer serve you. With ownership, you gain control, you gain scale, you gain systems, which give you options. The only thing that is really yours is what you have built for yourself. That's the real soft life.
I'm starting to get an idea that this soft life is really about you. Like, if your life isn't yielding what you want, then you need to be able to have a soft life to where you can do whatever you want to do, leave how you want to leave, and leave when you want to leave. If something's interrupting that, it's like, oh, my life is soft enough to where I could just leave. I don't have to stay around. It seems to have a lot to do with self. That's what I'm hearing. I mean, even with what she was saying, And when she says autonomy, that's just another word for self. Like you got you. And it's always going to be challenging, excuse me, to have a wholesome life just thinking about self, or always being like, I got me, I'm good, so now my life is soft. You can't do that in anything, with a job, with a family, with friendships, because if you try to do that, then your selfishness is gonna pour out and pour onto other people, and it's not gonna be easy to do life with you, because it's like, if you don't like it, or if it doesn't feel good to you, or if it's trying to your patience. Like, let's say, you have girlfriends, and, doing life with them is stretching your patience. That's not something that you should be running from. That's something that you should be saying, God, I think I'm seeing that I lack patience in this area. Help me to endure. Not, may my soft life give me the ability and the autonomy to excuse myself from everything, even if it's a test or an area of development for me. That's just my thoughts. And it seems that the soft life has a lot to do with resources. That's what it sounds like, but we're learning as we grow. What they say, we listen and we don't judge.
I've realized the soft life actually has very little to do with luxury. Yeah, the trips, the pretty things are nice, but that's not what actually makes life feel soft. What actually makes life feel soft is being deeply considered. Walk with me. When I say deeply considered, I mean the people around you never stop studying you. They always want to learn more about what makes you happy and what makes you comfortable. They always follow through with you.
I told you, it sounds like the soft life has a lot to do with self, very little to do with everybody else.
They're always dependable with you. They always pick up when you call.
You.
They never leave you feeling anxious and confused about where you stand with them. Even after a hard conversation, they pay attention to you and they handle you with care. Because there's nothing soft about having to carry the entire emotional weight of a relationship by yourself, or having to decode energy in words, or having to overthink because things aren't clear or the truth isn't adding up. And essentially just asking for the bare minimum. Like, there's nothing soft about that type of life. It doesn't matter if you have all the bags, all the jewelry, all the trips in the world. If you are not being
They're making this stuff up as they go, y'all.
supported, you're not living a soft life. You might be living a materialistic life. You might be living a fashionable life. You're not living a soft life, though. The softer my life gets, the more I realize the softness actually comes from consistency, emotional safety, intentionality, and being around people who actually handle me with care. That's the real luxury.
Anyways, at the end of the day, y'all, this whole idea of soft life is, the root of it is people wanting to be served. People wanting to feel like everything around them is yielding itself in a way that makes life easy for them. Now, there is some truth to having people in your life that consider you, that care about you, that want life to be, that doesn't want life to be difficult when it doesn't have to be. Those are just people who love you, like your mom, your father, your siblings, your friends, your cousins, maybe some of your coworkers love you, I don't know, and then the spouse. But the soft life is not people bending the knee and bowing down to you to make your life pillow soft, even when you've created chaos. But then when it comes for everyone else, your life is too soft for you to get down and get dirty. A lot of this stuff is just made up fantasy, indoctrination, selfish thinking, godless, hear me good, godless servitude to self. People want God, like people to serve them like they're a goddess or a god. I even hear men in certain spaces talking about, how they want women to be at the beck and call and stuff like this. This is nonsense, man. This is nonsense. A true soft life should begin with knowing that you're in right standing with the creator of the world, the creator, the lover of your soul, Jesus, faith. You know what I'm saying? Then that relationship that you have with God pouring, to and fro between you and others, horizontally, But true soft life comes from a relationship that's vertical between you and the true God, not somebody serving at your feet, hand and feet, making your life what you want it to be. Because eventually, as time has proven time and time again, men and women have had all of what they could have, their pick of the litter, and they still find themselves not at peace, not in a soft life, miserable, doing all kind of things. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Connect with the brand at www.there'shopebrand.com. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.